Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Brennan. I'd like to introduce you to my 91 Shitbox S13. Hey guys, how you doing? It's my first episode of the build. Working on a little drift car here. We've got 1991 Nissan S13. Typical, S chassis shitbox. Get the details out of the way. Got baconed rolled fenders right here. This side is gray, and you come over to this side and it becomes green. That's fine. Gonna paint it one day. First mod I did, Drift AQ sticker. That doesn't drive, but one day it will, maybe. But highlight, we got the R32 GTR stocks on there. It's about the only redeemable part of this car. Here, got the Sparko Pro 2000, the stock seat for the passenger. They can just hold on and pray. Got a couple boost gauges, or a couple gauges in here. Got oil pressure, AFRs, and coolant temp, as well as boost up here. Got the NRG wheel for now, Hot Boy Special, and some cracks in the windshield down here. That's fine. If windshield shatters while I'm drifting, and that's how I go, that's how it is. But got the wire harness tucked already. This is a huge issue with S13s because if you hop down here, there is no room for the tire to travel up and down. It runs from the factory underneath here. Dump it a couple times, throw it in the dirt a couple times, and you start rubbing through the harness, start getting phantom wiring issues, and that is really annoying. So that was one of the first things I did. Chopped the harness, moved it up here. But yeah, that's about it. It's pretty simple. Got the bay here to clean up. We'll get on that later in the video. But I just finished building the engine. Throw some pictures in now. But yeah, just want to welcome y'all to the build, and let's get right into it. Right now I'm just taking the diff out and seeing what's going on with that, because I heard some horrible noises coming from a drive one day. Chatters, screams at you a lot. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so basically that's where we're at right now. We've got the upper diff mount bolts out, the rear bolts with the metal bushings and all that just taken out. So right now the only thing that's holding me up, diff, is hitting on the sway bar. So I'm gonna disconnect these couple links on either side, and then should be good. So this should be pretty easy. Just take the 12 handle, grab the ratchet. Need this wrench to hold the top nut so it can just spin freely. And then, yeah, just come right off. Alright, cool. That did the trick. Got just this side off here because it clears the diff perfectly fine. It's probably not the best for this bushing over here to be hanging like that, but I'm gonna replace them anyways with like some poly mounts or solid mounts, something like that. These ones are shot anyways. You can see most of the bushing in this car are completely gone, but that's okay. So now should be able to take this out. We've got this little stud right here that's holding up against the subframe. It's kind of holding it off, but besides that, should be able to drop it out pretty easily. Right, so got the diff out, came out very easily. Doesn't look that bad on the outside. I did try to slide it one day and I heard horrible noises come from the inside. So I'm interested to see what this fluid looks like. But just gonna walk over here to the table real quick, crack her open, and check it out. All right, so like I said, one day I was driving and I heard some horrible noises come from the diff. I wanted to wait to drain it until it was out so I could show y'all. It's most likely fucked, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. All right, got it. Let's see what we're working with here. It's actually not that bad. Oh no, there's definitely chunks in there. It doesn't look that good. Yeah, just gonna wait for it to drain. I guess we'll crack it open and see what the inside looks like. All right, got the fluid drained here. Gonna crack all these and check out what we got inside. Forgot a bolt. Let's try this again. Damn, all right. Looks a lot better on the inside than I thought it was gonna. This is a Z32 diff. We got the diff and the axles in the rear end because they're a little beefier, handle a little more power. Seems to be doing all right. When I got the car, the previous owner told me that it needed some bearings, and I could definitely hear that. Kind of hear the chatter there. It seems like it's a little bit too much play between the gears, but that's okay. Since I didn't know if this diff was completely gone or not, I went ahead, hopped on eBay, and grabbed a brand new one, or new to me, I guess. But fully rebuilt all the way around. Again, Z32 diff. It is the VLSD, so it's kind of like the discount open diff, you know. But a couple welds can change that. And yeah, surprised it's not that bad, because it sounded horrible. I don't know if I have a clip of it or not, but it sounded like death was coming from the back of this car. Glad to see there's no major damage. And probably reuse this again down the line once I clean it up, get some new bearings in it. Should be all good. Cool. Now that I got the diff all diagnosed, taken care of, I'll show you guys the next step for the project. We got a new 6-plug friction plate from ACT. Been using Action as long as I've been in the cars. Haven't let me down yet. There's Action in this car when I first bought it. The flywheel and the pressure plate are still in good condition. It was just the friction disc was pretty chewed up on the sides. So figured engine's already out, might as well just replace it while I'm in there. Got a new OEM KASR CA throwout bearing. Might as well, once again, because I'm in there. And I got some new flywheel bolts as well. Okay, let's check this out real quick. It's a nice little fresh new bolt. But because last time they were seized with red Loctite, so whoever did that, fuck you. But here, I've got the bolt head here. It was a 13. I had to grind it down to a 12 using an extractor. I've got a clip of that. I think I'll put it in here. Then I also bought the Injuka Racing alignment tool, just because you need that. But yeah. So I'm gonna go buy a torque wrench today, and we will throw it on the engine, get it ready to bolt to the transmission. All right, speaking of engine, I don't think I've really gone over what is in the car yet. Got the JDM CA18. It is basically like the 4-cylinder RB20, you know, but I don't really know too much about it. I've been kind of learning as I go along. 20-year-old forums and a bunch of old guys on Facebook have been helping me out. So big thanks to all of those people. But we've got the upgrades going right now are just RB25 444cc injectors paired with a Z32 MAF. We've got the stock intake, don't really need anything more unless you're pushing 700-800 horsepower, and I am not. We've got the S15 SR20 T28. This is what comes in the SR20 DET from the factory in the S15s. Pretty common upgrade. It's ball bearing, does a little bit better. Builds boost a little bit quicker. That is about it. Got it up on the stand right now. Did a nice wrinkle black. You know. This was the 100,000 kilometer service. It looks like it says 85,000. So I think this engine has less than 60,000 kilometers on it, which is great because the car does not. The car's got about 231,000 miles on the chassis. So, you know, just starting her life. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go buy that torque wrench soon, throw the clutch onto the engine, throw the new pilot bearing, new throttle bearing in the transmission, and then yeah, it'll be ready for whenever I'm done painting the bay. All right, so some of my future plans that I wanted to work on were just cleaning up the engine bay, cleaning up the wiring. I've got the harness over here. I've had it out in storage for a little bit, had some rats munch on some wires over here. This is one of my cold packs, but that's okay. I wanted to do a whole new wiring specialties harness because I'm doing different injectors. I want to do a standalone ECU. My next goal after I do all the clutch and transmission stuff is to start working on cleaning up the bay, shaving what I can, deleting what I can, cleaning up everything. I'm gonna definitely not have heat or anything in this car, so hopefully I can plug up those heater core AC lines and all that stuff. I do need to rebuild the power steering rack. Got a pretty good leak back there. I don't know if you can see that, and not too sure what's going on with that, but figure it out. I think I'm thinking about doing the chase base booster delete. I don't know, depends. I kind of like driving with a booster, especially for a drift car, for make it easier for left foot braking, things like that. So I don't know, figure that out eventually, but I do want to do eventually the Volvo electric power steering pump, but that is another big thing down the line. Right now, just focused on getting that all set up, getting this all shaved and nice and one color, and throwing it back in and starting the season. I'm starting late here, but I do live in Arizona, so it is hot all the time. So it would be nice if I could start, September, October, when it starts to get a little bit cooler out. That's about it for the first episode of the build. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, not going to do too many uploads, just little updates here and there. I'll probably do some paint stuff within the next week. Sure to give you guys a little sneak peek on that. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, maybe. If y'all got any questions, comments, whatever, I'll link my Instagram. You can comment down below. Let me guys know. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Have a good night.